biggest part for Hanwha Life, minus Chovy, of course. And finally, it seems like they got someone who's pretty consistent, very aggressive, kind of do his own thing. So it's nice to see. And let's see what he can do down on the bottom side. This ward is going to spot him. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and farm the enemy Krugs, as Owner's doing the same.
Owner coming up here, though, to look for Morgan, actually. Walks away from the Krugs.
Yeah. For a little bit more, bouncing on the head, but the stun comes in, and the flash will not be enough. And Owner gets out of there very clean. Doesn't even take an extra turret shot. So first blood, with that pressure on the top side, going the way of Owner. They did see the fact that the Lee Sin is up here. Willer has snuck into this brush, very nicely pointed out by Jonah Strong, that they do not have the vision here of Willer. He has gone totally undetected, and Kanna's been playing so aggressive all game long in this lane. He still has his flash, and he will be able to use that to get away here. Owner in position, will land the Q, but 1v2, he will not commit to it.
And now you can't drop the Herald here, because Chovy's gonna have his teleport. You've lost your flash on your top laner, who does have teleport and can return. But this is just not a fight you want to realistically take, and we're back to square one here in the mid lane, where Chovy has control. And they're gonna try to force it. Kanna teleports in, Owner's hiding here. But Chovy can show up at a moment's notice. The second he sees Owner, he can just teleport in. There's no one to stop him from doing so, and then you can take that fight. Look at where Willer's heading right now. This could be a huge win for Hanwha Life Esports.
Yeah, Morgan is going to stick around. Willer did not cancel his back, so he's not here to stop the charge right at the get-go.
They don't commit to the teleport. There's a control ward there. I feel like this was a huge opportunity, but as you said, Willer's just a few seconds too late to arrive, and the charge will go through. And maybe I just gave Chovy too much credit on the teleport rotation and on what Hanwha Life Esports is going to try to do to play around this, because that gold that we talked about, that I was really talking about, that Hanwha Life Esports might have been able to really deny value with, or at least trade back a kill on with that teleport, this doesn't come to fruition. So losing that Herald feels a lot worse when it actually just crashes in for free.
Yeah, and the thing is that Willer, at the same time, you know, he's getting a nice little farm lead. He's been helping out the bottom side of the map a little bit, but other than that, you know, for the last 3 or so minutes, he's kind of just been hanging around the top side, not getting much done, as we do have a 2v2 coming in here. Vista just going to flash away from this one. You can see the poke damage is coming out in spades, and Gumayusi just hiding there on bush, just waiting as Owner was rotating down, but the damage is there as the Q will force the heal out, and Deft actually flashed forward for that one, so the kick comes in and the Q misses as Morgan's just gonna die in the solo kill, as now Deft is gonna be able to just walk away from this one. Keria not able to get the flash hook himself, and it's just chaos everywhere.
To lane as we watch this solo kill in action once again. He just commits the ult here, and Morgan gets double stunned. A lot of extra damage coming out from the Aerie there, which is the common go-to Kennen against, you know, basically winning lanes that you're going to be playing as Kennen.
Been more played around that play, or potentially plays down on the bottom side, but we just didn't see it. And so a relatively passive early game means that T1 benefits, as is always the case in this kind of a draft. So they're going to be very happy.
I respect the Mega Gnar, but Faker is very happy to solo lane against a mini Gnar as we see the teleport commit.
Wow! They're all just ganging up on Deft. They found him there alone, and now he's just dead. And you see that Morgan goes in, gets Zhonya's away from his Mega Gnar into the wall, and now he's just going to die. And T1 are just easily cleaning up the scraps. And you're up against the Thresh. They didn't exactly have a lot of vision in the river, and so you will get caught out there if you're not careful.
Now T1 have ultimate side lane control. Kanna has teleport, by the way. So, I mean, you should not be fighting for this as Hanwha Life Esports, I don't think. So risky.
Well, they're going to try to force a fight here. Willer with that one, and the Aphelios is going to just steal away the Drake. They are going to get a nice amount of damage on the Keria here, as there is the AoE coming out from Gumayusi. He's just standing his ground and being a turret in his own right. He's able to take down Willer. You can see that Faker is kind of just corralling them all into the river here. He's totally fine. He's Kassadin with Everfrost. Nobody's ever going to be able to lock him down, as he will chase down Morgan. And the rest of everybody else on the side of Hanwha Life will be under this turret. As you can see, with the Karma and a full health, full mana Chovy, T1 are weighing their options.
Yeah.
Whether if they actually want to dive this, it seems like the answer could be no.
Yeah, I think it's better safe than sorry in this case. You end up taking a fantastic fight. You do lose one, but you're able to trade it back, and you grab the Drake as well. So you prevent Hanwha Life Esports from having that sole point. And this is a really decisive play from Hanwha Life Esports, but I don't think it was the right one. They don't have any vision on Faker, by the way, while this is happening. And you could argue that if they knew Faker was on the right side here, this decisive play from Morgan is actually really awesome, because you know you can actually take essentially a 4v5 or 5v4 if you're Hanwha Life on the left side of the fight. But not knowing that Faker is here means that it wasn't even smart in that way. They just really were bloodthirsty for the kill. They failed to get the Drake, and now they're caught between a rock and a hard place because Faker is here, and there's no way for Morgan to get out. He was already used his Mega Gnar. And this could have even been worse, actually, if they didn't have such a clean rotation out. But this is what I'm talking about. T1 is starting to come online. Faker is starting to get fed. And this is going to be a very, very difficult late game to play through as Hanwha Life Esports, given the current state. Let's get close to that control ward, but Hanwha Life Esports, your best bet here is to just push mid. But if you get flanked while you're trying to do it, you might lose the game right here.
Mega Gnar just goes down, and T1, it looks like they're trying to discharge them. Owner really forcing it here on a Chovy. He dies immediately as the Emperor's Divide is not going to be enough to get Chovy to safety. And here comes Faker over the top. There is just no escape for anybody on the side of Hanwha Life now. You can chase for pretty much the entire time they will be alive, as even Keria and Gumayusi here still very healthy and trying to chase down this Varus, which they will get eventually.
Deft is going to get caught here, as you say. No escape. And that's going to be a bunch of extra gold going into Faker's pocket, who's Nana wouldn't be able to just walk up to Anar and say, your time here is done.
No Mega Gnar. Morgan's just dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he will flash, actually, and kind of doesn't have flash, but he is cannon, so...
Rush his way in.
He's not able to get that auto, actually. Another lightning brush, and it looks like the hop is not off cooldown here, so Canna will actually kill him through the flash. Yeah. They don't even need to commit anything to it. It's just Gumayusi goes down there, and let's see, we got the Sorelli as they know it's all Chovy or nothing, and they kick him into the team. He's able to shuffle his way out of this one, but fortunately that does mean that the rest of his team is kind of left alone. As Faker does take a lot of damage, you can see here, but he's able to survive and back away.
Canna has a really nice angle here, actually. If Hanwha Life Esports decided to keep pushing mid, he could have just gone over the wall there and slicing mails from them. They do not commit. They're going to start the Baron as Hanwha Life Esports still have this Mega Gnar.
Chovy, he teleported back in, so Hanwha Life really trying to make a stand here, but Faker,
they see him
on vision. You can see he's trying to get away now. The Gnar into the wall. Again, it's level 16 casted in. He flashes in, takes a ton of damage, actually, but that Zhonya's is perfect, and there's the second one, and he will survive. And all this focus on Faker, of course, Gumayusi is still just left alone, as is Canna and Owner and the rest of the T1 team. They just smash him there in the mid.
I'm still waiting for the Simpsons episode where you've got the newspaper about young man Valdez shakes fist at stopwatch, but we get the double Zhonyas here from Faker. The first one is perfectly timed. His health is less than 1%. He survives there, and Hanwha Life Esports can't turn. Now they're going to try to group up for Baron. Canna still has Slicing Maelstrom. Didn't need to use it.
That's insane. And you can see that Willer will just be taken down too, and the Baron is free here for T1. They're taking it relatively slowly, which I do respect. I mean, you have Kassadin and Aphelios, you might as well. Oh, they were going to go in on that one, but taking it slow.
Canna's like, can I press R? Can I press R?
Yeah, just waiting for their moment, and there it is. Nice Gnar away from the team as Owner just laughs at Chovy, flashes over the Emperor's Divide and says, thank you very much, we'll take game number one. And that is going to be a utter stop here in game number one. T1 declaring them the stronger team here to start.
캐는 조심.
괜찮아?
엔트인데? 엔트 빠졌어.
아직.
아직 잡았어.
아재를 몇 번 차는 건데 너?
바울스 끌었어.
오.
수자 나도 한 입만.
이제 아이 준아 뭐냐?
아니 왜 리신 살리는 건데?
나도 그게 참 의문이다.